Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. More information here. It just keeps coming in. And I'm going to keep these videos coming as long as we have more information. I think the Lord is speaking loud and clear. The signs are getting more and more powerful, more and more evident of the closeness of His coming. And I want to share right now, okay, we had this airplane picture that was taken by Sister Genevieve, 3124. It's connected to the sign of Jonah. 3124 is Jonah, the prophet. There were a number of other confirmations that Sister Genevieve shared about that, but someone else sent a piece of information about a flight that disappeared and how it might be connected to this. Now, someone commented under one of my videos that Sister Genevieve was one of the people that was really pushing the 717. But within the flight disappearance of the Malaysia Airlines flight number 370, we have a 717 sign. So we're talking about an airplane. We're talking about the sign of Jonah. And I mean, we know that there are airlines that are 717. Okay, 717 is also a type of airplane. But let's take a look at the Malaysia Airlines flight number 370, which disappeared on March 8th, 2014. Okay, if we go and we look at the date, March 8th, 2014 to January 24th, 2020, it's 70 months and 17 days. 70 months and 17 days. So there is a 717 sign within a flight disappearance, and we're looking for our flight out of here, which will be the disappearance of the Christians. Okay, the rapture will be the disappearance. And we have a flight disappearance connected to the number 717. And 717 is also a type of airline. This piece of information is amazing, okay? Wow, I was just floored when I saw this. If we go from the date of Israel's independence, which we know, I mean, first and foremost, this would be one of the most important date connections or, signs from the beginning of the rebirth of Israel. May 14th, 1948 to January 24th, 2020. Wow, look at this, guys. We know that 26,187, 26 is the number of Yahweh, okay? So we're in a time frame where the Lord is going to be revealing Himself. I mean, from the 26,000 days and going forward, I mean, we've got so many revelations. The Lord is revealing Himself. But 26,187, 26 refers to Yahweh, and 187, look at the meaning of 187. To be at the prime, to reach maturity, to become ripe in full vigor. Now, let's look at the uses of 187 in the Greek concordance. There's only one usage. One usage of 187. Man, this is amazing how this connects us to what we are watching. This is unreal, okay? Revelation 14:18. Another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. Ripe, 187. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. I mean, this verse links us perfectly, exactly to the beginning of the great harvest and the wrath of God and the great tribulation. I mean, this is unbelievable. Ripe, fully ripe, mature. It's reached its perfect maximum point to be at the prime for harvest. And it's used in a verse that shows us exactly the beginning of the harvest, the great tribulation, the angel thrusting in the sharp sickle. Wow. This is amazing. I wanted to share another piece of information with you, that from the date of my sign on December 12th, 2012, 12/12/12, to January 24th, 2020, is 2,599 days. What could be important about that? 2599 is a descendant of Enoch. Enoch meaning dedication, and we can see that the descendants of Enoch are called Hanukkites. Hanukkites, and that is the word Hanukkah. Hanukkah, okay? And so if we look in the Bible, in Genesis, where it talks about Enoch being taken, the rapture of Enoch is in verse 24. Enoch was raptured in verse 24. Enoch walked with God. He was not, for God took him. And we're watching January 24th. News that's coming out right now, guys. Rage is building. Iran has eyed 35 targets. They've launched rockets at U.S. troops. They have raised a red flag of severe warning, a warning of severe battle to come. They've raised the red flag of war on the top of their mosque. And I've shared with you about the end of Daniel's timeline on January 3rd, 2020, marking the beginning of the 21-day battle in Daniel chapter 10, taking us to the 24th day of the first month. Daniel was in Babylon, and that is our connection to the Babylonian Gregorian calendar that we use in the United States. The first month, because Daniel was in Babylon. Okay, and so before January 3rd hit, I had already shared that on January 3rd, the battle with Persia would begin. And that's exactly what happened. On January 2nd in the United States, January 3rd in the Middle East, the battle with Persia begins. Iran is Persia. Okay, so I will leave all the links for you in the description box. If you are not up to date on my most recent videos that show us the end of Daniel's timeline on January 3rd, continuing on in Daniel 10 with a 21-day battle, taking us to January 24th. The proof is coming in that January 24th may be the complete and final end Okay, and that would be the rapture of the church, the beginning of the Great Tribulation. We don't know exactly yet if there could be more delays after this, but we are right now in the battle with Persia. It began on the 3rd of January. Okay, so and the news keeps coming in, and the battle is intensifying. This is not going to go away. Okay, so everyone needs to be ready. So I just thank you for tuning in right now, and I wanted to share all this information with you. I pray you're blessed today. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.